I got a new background, finally. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I spent like half a day working on the background because the background in my last videos was just awful, and this one is so much better and I love it so much. Yay me! Smash like for the background. It looks good. Hey guys, my name is Sasha, and if you don't know me, I'm from Ukraine. And as beautiful as this country is, it's not accepting of gay people. The older generation really struggles to understand gay people, whereas young boys and girls, luckily, are very nice and actually understanding about the LGBT community. It's interesting because every single time I meet people here in the UK, within the first couple of times we meet, the question would always be, are you gay? I don't know if it's my behavior or something I say or something I do or the body language, but somehow they come to this question. And somehow my parents in Ukraine just missed it. However, time went by and I've realized that I like boys. I like talking to them, I like holding hands with them, I like spending time with them, I like doing other things with them. And so when I was 18, it was time to tell my mom. And it was involuntary. There were a few gossips going around in my local town in Ukraine. And so it just got picked up, and eventually those gossips come knocking on my parents' door. I kind of didn't help that either, because a very big push for that was me going to my first ever gay pride, which was actually in Canterbury in England. It was their first pride as well. It was Canterbury's first pride. It was my first pride. And I went there originally with friends to support my lesbian friend. And then I posted a picture on Facebook from the pride, sort of saying how much fun I had and how awesome it was. And if it's any relevance, I didn't think about being gay at the time. I mean, I knew I liked boys. I wanted to try dating them, but I just never made a big deal out of it. Until then. My mom called and she said, I need to talk to you. We had a very long conversation. There were tears in that conversation, and it took her 3 years to fully accept the fact that I'm gay. And I'm not, a lot of people do love to say that, oh, it took her 3 years to accept me, this and that. She didn't really disown me. She didn't reject me. She just didn't accept the fact that I was gay. It doesn't mean she doesn't accept me. It's just it took her a while to understand. And within those 3 years, there were a lot of conversations saying things like, oh, don't post anything on Instagram, or don't tell other people, they don't need to know. And while I was in Ukraine, I did the exact opposite. I would go out wearing short shorts. I would post pictures with other boys on Instagram. And I even remember one time I just felt so rebellious that I decided to post a video on Instagram. Take a look. When you tell your parents you're gay. Okay, so mom. Yes, sweetheart. I need to tell you this thing. I think I'm gay. Ew. Yeah, but didn't you say you would love me anyway? Oh yeah, of course, sweetheart. But saying this is one thing, but doing that is absolutely another. Dysfunctional straight family. Nice. And this video just represented the pain I was feeling at the time, and sort of how annoyed I was at parents for making it so much more difficult. The fact that I'm a kid, I am the one who is supposed to be led by them, not the other way around. And I just struggled so much through that period. I posted it on both my private and my public Instagram accounts, and in total it got 1,500 views. Which is a lot because it was mainly my friends or friends of my friends. And I got so many messages with love and support and acceptance saying how brave I was to actually come out like that, and that I need to keep strong, and that I need to try and explain it to parents and try to stay true to myself. This was, in a very weird and strange way, my coming out in the social media sense. And if people didn't know before, well, they definitely did now. And to be honest with you, my mom still doesn't understand why I need to be so outspoken about it. But I've had the opportunity to talk to so many gay people in Ukraine. And I feel so vulnerable and scared and sad and oppressed. And the awful thing is that they feel like I'm the crazy one who is, going out and trying to be open about it. And let me just clarify something. It doesn't mean I'm screaming on every street of the world that I'm gay. It just means if someone asks me, do you have a girlfriend? I say, no, I've actually been dating this guy for 1.5 years now. And trust me when I say it as a Ukrainian, when you say that to people, it is really not that bad. I think out of all post-Soviet countries, Ukraine is one of the best in terms of acceptance towards gay people. We've had Pride in the past 5 years with thousands of people turning up to them. In 2016, they adopted a ban on the gay discrimination in the workplace. So we definitely went a long way, especially in comparison to countries like Russia, which unfortunately for some reason just seems to be going backwards in this sense. But so many gay people in Ukraine are afraid. And here's my take on this. After years of staying in Ukraine and temporarily living there and going back to England, where I am right now, where I live usually, I've realized that most people are homophobic just because they don't know anyone else who is gay. They just created this image of what every single gay person is like. Sexaholics, drug abusers, against family values and non-religious. These are stupid stereotypes that media in many countries still promotes, but I feel like if anything, it is the minority in gay community. And even if someone does not assign to a certain religion or they don't want kids, so what? Just leave them alone. And it's not up to you to decide what they will do with their lives. For you it's just an easy comment to make. They have to live with it every single day of their life. And I found that so many of my friends in Ukraine completely changed their perception of gay people when I came out to them. They literally wouldn't believe me, saying things like, you don't act gay, or, well, where is your manicure? And why is your hair so messy? My hair looks very nice, thank you, Vladimir. We're guys, it doesn't matter if I'm gay or not, I still love sex, hate showering, and love cars and video games. So, the answer is simple. I'm outspoken about my sexuality because it changes the world. It changes how other people see gay people around me, especially in homophobic countries. And that is why I started making YouTube videos. I want gay people to feel like they're not alone. And that they have a place to be in this world. And in fact, they can conquer it. And I feel so proud that I changed people's perception of gay community and what it means to be part of it. It gives me purpose, it is part of my mission, and this is something I really love doing every day. So if you're thinking whether to tell your friends or to tell your family, there can be two outcomes. Either they're going to be very accepting and loving, in which case you're not going to regret it for sure, or they can be really awful about it. But even then, 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, or 3 years down the line, like it is for me, you're going to love the fact that you were not afraid to stand up for yourself, be who you are, and change people's perception of gay people. Because let me tell you something, it will change. Every single European country that has gay marriage as a norm right now went through this process. It took them 30, 50, some 70 years, but it happens eventually. And if you are in Eastern Europe like me, I want to keep you encouraged. Don't give up. Tell your friends, tell your family. It is what it is. There is nothing they can do about it, and they will understand it eventually. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, definitely give it a like. It really supports the channel, it really helps me grow. Subscribe to my channel because I make weekly videos on weekends around and surrounding LGBT community. So smash that big red button that says subscribe on it. It helps out the channel a lot as well. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.